All right, 7th grade, Mr. Young here. I just want to spend a few minutes talking with you about our fast approaching day of service. So if you're not familiar, the last few years here at Riverwood, the 7th grade class has participated in a day of service. So it's become kind of a tradition here for us at RMS, and it's one that we're really excited to continue with this year. So let's get into some of the details. Our day of service is going to be on April 24th, and on that day we're going to go to the Houston Food Bank. And if you don't know what the food bank is, it's just what it sounds like. It's a really huge bank of food that exists to feed the hungry in the greater Houston area. They feed about 800,000 individuals every year. The thing about the food bank is they're a nonprofit organization, so they don't exist to make money, and that means that they depend on the work of volunteers and donations to be able to do what it is that they do every year. So we're gonna go over there and we're gonna help them get to work and contribute to their mission of feeding the hungry. So that looks like us inspecting, sorting, and repackaging, donating food. And it's a great experience when we go there every year, so we're looking forward to that. After the food bank, we're gonna come back to Riverwood. We're gonna eat lunch in the cafeteria, about 1 o'clock, give or take. After lunch, we're gonna go to our 4th period classes, and we're gonna do some different activity in those classes that are all designed to support different service organizations. The 3 organizations we're gonna be focusing on are the Ronald McDonald House, Kids Meals, and Operation Military Embrace. And all 3 of those organizations do some really cool things for people, and we're excited to have the opportunity to help them out. So the last thing we're gonna do after that is we're gonna have a pep rally to kind of provide some closure for the day. We're gonna celebrate the things we accomplished, and we're just gonna reflect on the day in general. Okay, so the next thing I wanna talk to you about is the Living on One documentary that you've been watching the last 2 Thursdays in your 4th period class. We're gonna continue to watch episodes of Living on One all the way up until the Thursday before our day of service on the 24th. And I just want to encourage you that while you're watching the film and discussing it with your classmates and your teachers, that you're reflective and you really try to understand what life is like for the folks in the video. Our goal for watching the film is just to really broaden our perspectives and to generate some conversation about what life is like for people kind of outside of our community. So I want to encourage you again just to embrace that experience and find some value in it. Next thing I want to talk about, tomorrow we're kicking off our Kids Meal Juice Box Drive. Kids Meal is an awesome organization, and the work that they do it really hits home with me, and so I'm excited and we're excited to be able to contribute to their mission. What Kids Meals does is they provide balanced meals to preschool age kids ages 5 and under who do not have enough food to eat, and they don't get to go to school and receive the meals that the school provides, so Kids Meals tries to fill that need for them. During the summer, they provide meals for students all the way up to age 18. This summer, they expect to provide about 6,000 meals per day to kids right here in the Houston area. That's 998,000 meals that they're expecting to provide for kids over the course of the whole year, right here in the greater Houston area. So starting tomorrow and going all the way to our day of service, we're gonna have a juice box drive. And it's not just a drive, but it's also a competition, both between classes, and we'll get that information out to your teachers really soon, but also individual students. So we're gonna have a little prize for the class that brings in the most juice boxes, and we're gonna have a prize for the 3 students who bring in the most juice boxes, and that's gonna be really cool, and I'm gonna tell you about that in a second. All right, 7th grade. So can we bring in enough juice boxes from tomorrow to the 24th to supply all the juice boxes that Kids Meals needs for one day? About 6,000 juice boxes. That's a lot of juice. Well, let me tell you that last year, the class of 2023, and that's this year's 8th graders, brought in 9,260 juice boxes. So I don't know, but maybe our goal should be 9,261 juice boxes. Maybe we should shoot for 12,000 juice boxes and provide Kids Meals with 2 days worth of juice boxes over the summer. Listen, I know you guys are gonna do an awesome job with this, and anything that you can give will be really, really appreciated. So just give what you can. Let's see the juice boxes start rolling in, and let's have some fun while we're helping the kids out. The RevTrack link for our Day of Service t-shirt is open, so make sure you purchase your shirt. We are requiring everyone going on our Day of Service trip to have a shirt, and they look great. A committee put a lot of work into those things, and they look really good. Order yours by April 9th. That's the day the link is gonna close, because we gotta get the order in so we can get the shirts made for us. Don't forget, vote for your favorite color in Schoology. It's turning into a really tight race, so make sure if you haven't voted that you get your vote in. All right guys, so there's just a few more things I wanna touch on. Here's what you need to do to be able to participate in our Day of Service. First, make sure you pay all of your outstanding Riverwood fines by Wednesday, April 17th. So that's your library fines, your temp ID fines, any other fines that are out there I'm not thinking of. Second thing, bring in your completely filled in permission slip and signed waiver for the food bank by next Wednesday, April 10th. Last thing I need to do is order your awesome Day of Service t-shirt, okay? So take care of all of those things. We want everybody to participate. What is the point of all of this? I mean, we go to school to learn about math and science and real and social studies. How does a day like this fit into that idea? And I think there's two things that are really important. And the first is from a school perspective. I want you to know that we as your teachers and your principals, counselors, and everyone who works here feel a responsibility to teach you more than just things that you need to know about your subjects, but rather we feel a responsibility to teach you what it's like to be a functioning member of a healthy society. And part of that is understanding what life is like for other folks, and it's understanding the challenges that they experience, and understanding lastly that if you have the capacity to help them out in any way, that's what you do, and that's what it's like to be a part of a community that functions the way that it's supposed to. And then the second thing is from a more personal perspective. I think you need to just ask yourself is, do I care about other people? And not just my family and my friends, those folks I love, but people I don't know. Do they matter to me? People I may never see, do they have value just because they exist? And I think you have to answer that for yourself, but I will tell you that if you come to the place where you say, yeah, I care about other people and I want good things for them, then the only logical conclusion is that if we have the ability to help them out however we can, then the right thing to do is for us to do it. So I want to encourage you just to have conversations with your parents and with your teachers, with your classmates about why we're doing this and what it's all about. Because again, we're excited. We think it's going to be a great learning experience and we think it's going to be a lot of fun, but we want to make sure that we spend some time tapping into what it's all about. Okay, last thing, I've got a video I want to show you real quick, so check out this video and then I'll come back and we'll wrap this up.
Hey Riverwood Middle School, my name is Kevin Garcia.
I'm Chris Duvall. And I'm Michael Nelson.
And we play for the Houston Dynamo, and we just wanted to give you a shout out. We heard you doing the Kids Meals Juice Box Challenge, and you're trying to beat last year's 7th grade class of 10,000 juice boxes. I know that's a lot of juice boxes, but I know you guys can do it. And to incentivize you guys a little more, we're going to give the top 3 collectors tickets to our next Dynamo home game. So we hope you guys beat last year's class and get to it, all right? See you guys.
All right, 7th grade, so there it is. The Houston Dynamo are behind us. They're fired up, they're excited about what we're doing. So let's make sure we don't let them down and bring those juice boxes in. All right, so here's the deal. The top 3 students who bring in the most juice boxes as individuals are gonna get 2 free tickets to a Dynamo game and then a meet and greet pass after the game with a player. So how cool is that? The top 2 classes that bring in the most juice boxes are also gonna get a prize. So here's the deal. We like the prizes, they're motivating, they're a lot of fun, they make it a competition, but the reality is anything that you can give will be greatly appreciated and help contribute to a great cause. So just bring what you can. Let's get ready for an awesome day of service on the 24th.